Hello, my name's Adam and welcome to UK Theme Parks. Today we are in Eastleigh for Stephen's Fair and we've come here especially to try out the brand new Sizzler on the block, which is just behind this waltzer here. But while we're here, these are all new rides for us, so we're going to take in some of the new rides. We've got an Orbiter, we've got a waltzer, there's a rather quick looking roller coaster down the back, as well as the Sizzler and a couple of other juvenile rides along with a Miami. So it's £2 a ride, we've got some vouchers for 50p off. It's really loud in the fair. Every single ride is playing completely different music, so I really hope you can hear. But we're going to go and get on some rides, particularly going to start with the new Twister. So here it is, the 4-week-old Twister. It's only been down to Worthing Seafront so far, and this is what we come here for, to ride this new beast. Let's see what it can do.
Come on.
smells beautiful, smooth as, Shrek Coaster. I've never seen this thing before in my life. It's actually £2.50, so it's going to cost us £2 to go on it, but I want to go on this coaster because I've seen it go round and it looks really quick. So the second ride is going to be the Shrek Coaster. Let's get on it. It's over a massive blueprint, to be honest with you. When you compare, probably over the same blueprint as one of the Caterpillar coasters, but something different and definitely a lot quicker. The kids seem to be really enjoying it.
Come on, boys and girls, put your hands in the air now. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off.
We're flying high to the sky.
Pull it out of there. There we go.
We're flying right to the sky.
This is pleasant.
can't move my head.
Huh?
Can't move my bloody head.
My fault, you can't wear a ponytail. We've just been on the Orbiter. The Orbiter was alright actually, it wasn't too quick, quite pleasant, quite a short cycle compared to the Twister, but really enjoyed it, really enjoyed it. I have to say, all the rides here look really, really stunning. The paragliders and little teacups here for juvenile rides. You've also got a big fun house behind us, which is children only. Adults can only ride if they've got a child with them. Lisa actually tells you, little Thomas ride here. Plenty of slides over the back. Miami over the back, which we've done, but we didn't take the camera on. And yeah, that's the fair. Good value. We'll sum up when we get out. It's so loud in there. Definitely gonna look stunning at night as well. Let's get out of it and then we'll sum up. So that was Stevens Fair. We're summing up in the car again because we were parked quite close to the fair and it was so loud. It was really, really loud. And I couldn't hear myself think. Every ride was playing a different tune. And yeah, that was how we are. So we'll take you around the fair. We took you around, starting with the Miami. We didn't get any on-ride footage of the Miami because the way the bar comes down didn't sit very well with the GoPro once we were on it. So there's no on-ride footage of the Miami at all. But the Miami was a good ride. Nothing too quick, nothing too slow. You know, when you get a lap bar one, you kind of expect to be really, really thrown out your seat, which wasn't the case on this. It did feel more like a family over-the-shoulder restraint one than it did an absolute thrill ride. But still, not too bad for £1.50. The little roller coaster over the back, now that was arguably the highlight. It was like a little launch coaster, the way it just sort of rocked back and then just flew through the tyres. Yeah, that is probably my highlight of the night. That was a nippy little thing, that was, and very popular as well. It was £2.50 a ride, so with the voucher it was £2 a ride, which wasn't advertised, but can't begrudge paying that. You got 5 or 6 laps, and yeah, quite a big space that took up. Really, really impressed with that. Not one I've seen before, but the Shrek Coaster is one we'll be looking out for in the future. The Orbiter was nothing special, nothing sort of out of the ordinary. We've been on a few Orbiters this year. That kind of ranks around middle rank. It wasn't the slowest, it wasn't the quickest, and when it did kind of get going, sadly, the ride cycle was only sort of 1 minute 50, so didn't really feel that we were getting the best ride cycle from it. Might be because it was cheap, not really sure, but powerful, could feel it, nothing wrong with it, good little ride. The waltzer wasn't great. I'm not going to lie to you, the waltzer wasn't great. It looks fantastic, and you know, the rides there, all of them while we're on it, have really, really been kind of looked after. There's no doubt about that. They've all had new lighting packages. They all kind of you know, clearly been maintained well, painted, look really, really nice, and the waltzer is top on that list of one of those. It's much like the one at Barker's when we did the one in Tamworth, and we said we hadn't seen one with a completely flat front. Well, this is only the second one I've seen with a completely flat front, and much like the one at Barker's, it just couldn't maintain a spin. When it got going, it did get going, and you'll see on the POV that it was probably as good as any waltzer once it got going. It just couldn't stay there without someone constantly spinning it. It just couldn't stay there, which was a bit of a shame. But there were some powerful moments, and it did go on for sort of 5-6 minutes. So again, you know, when you compare it, if you put all the powerful moments together against sort of a normal average ride time, not a bad waltzer, but can't maintain speed, which is a real shame. If you had a kind of a 2-minute cycle on that, which is typical of a waltzer, you would be disappointed. A few juvenile rides, we couldn't go in the fun house today, and you know, a few little ones as well we weren't obviously going on. And then of course, the reason why we went, which was the new PWS Twister, and oh, it's a beaut, it's an absolute beaut. We don't get to do too many new rides. We did the new waltzer, which was on the block up in Blackpool, and this is the first time we've done the new Twister as well. It was on Worthing Seafront, as we said a few weeks back, and that was its debut, and here it is now here, and it does look stunning, really stunning. The lighting on it is superb. I mean, as we were leaving then, sort of as the sun comes down, it just looked absolutely amazing, really does. There was one bulb right in the middle, I'm sure you'll spot it now, and if you didn't, you'll go back and have a look, which wasn't working, which was really annoying me. But hopefully they get that fixed. Ride wise, we got nearly a 5-minute cycle on it. 2.5 minutes was fairly slow, really sort of family orientated, then it picked up a bit of pace. You can feel it wants to do a bit more than what it's doing, but I don't blame them. It's brand new. I wouldn't expect it to go, you know, kind of the speed on some of the other ones we've been on this year. That would be ridiculous. So overall, a lovely little fair. It's the first fair we've been to since Liphook, which was a good 3 weeks ago now, and even before then we hadn't done a fair in a long time, so it was nice to get back on the fair circuit. And Stevens Fun Fair, you know, £2 a ride for bank holiday weekend. It sees it right the way through now till the 27th. Get yourself down to Eastleigh. If you're in Eastleigh, it's worth a look, without a doubt. Some cracking little rides there. Now then, we've got some more fairs coming up, hopefully very shortly, so keep an eye out on the channel. But for now, signing off, my name's Adam, this has been UK Theme Parks, and we'll see you next time.